Hi, welcome back to my channel, Unfiltered and Evolving Beauty. I'm Deanna, and in today's video, I will be sharing my review of Beautycounter's brand new category, Clean Fragrance. This is a sneak peek because they don't officially launch until March 26th. So you're gonna get all the fabulous details right here. And we're gonna go over all of the notes from each fragrance, and then I'm gonna go over my first impressions as well. As some of you may already know, I've been in the beauty industry for over 30 years now as a makeup artist, and I've been proud to partner with Beautycounter for the past almost 9 years, which is just crazy to think about. I absolutely love this brand for their commitment to their mission of getting safer products into the hands of everyone, as well as their continued innovation in the clean beauty arena. And before we start, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and then let me know in the comments what your favorite fragrance notes are. I'm just curious to see what you all love. And lastly, all of the fragrances we'll be going over today will be listed in the video description. So go ahead and check out the links there. But as always, just leave a comment or also reach out with any questions. I am incredibly excited about these clean fragrances because I love fragrance. I've been using it for many years, but since I've been in the clean beauty space for these past almost 9 years, I've really have taken a step back from conventional fragrances, and I've mainly used other clean fragrance brands like Henry Rose, Deadpool, Ellis Brooklyn, just to name a few. You're probably wondering why you should even care about clean fragrance. Well, currently the ingredient fragrance, parfum, or flavor, that one ingredient that's listed on a product box, companies do not have to disclose what's under that one ingredient, fragrance, parfum, or flavor, because it's protected by US law and considered a trade secret. So that one ingredient, and mind you, this is in your cosmetics, this is in any personal care products as of right now, that one ingredient could contain hundreds of chemicals and natural ingredients that could be potentially harmful. And just because an ingredient is natural does not mean that it's safe or clean or non-irritating. So I'm going to be putting up a list of commonly used ingredients in fragrances, even high-end fine fragrances that are either potentially harmful, they're questionable, or that are actually known toxins. Go ahead and take a screenshot and look into them yourself, because I'm not a fear-mongering type of person, but I know I'd rather stay away from questionable ingredients or possible known toxins, especially if I'm inhaling something like a spray fragrance. I'd rather support brands that are cleaner and are transparent with their ingredients. I think that's what Beautycounter has been trying to do over the past 11 years, is to inspire other brands to be transparent with their ingredients, what they put into their products, how they source, as well as how they test their products. Here are Beautycounter's main points of difference with their clean fragrance versus conventional brands. 100% ingredient transparency, individual ingredient screening. They already banned 2,800 different ingredients, both natural, chemical, synthetic, so this makes sense. And sensitive skin tested, sustainable sourcing, Leaping Bunny certified, they never test on animals, they never have. EWG verified, that's third-party validation. I'll also link all of this information in the video description so you can check it out on your own. Okay, are y'all ready to get into it? Because I know I am. I know that was a lot of information, but I really wanted to lead with education first, and the reason why I think clean fragrance and the ingredient fragrance is so important. So anyway, let's get to the nitty-gritty and the fun stuff. So I wore each of these fragrances throughout the last week and a half. I wore it on my skin, I wore it on my clothing. I wanted to see how they wore throughout the day, how they settled, as well as my first impressions. So I'm really excited to go over that. I noticed that I didn't have any like allergies or any sneezing. I didn't have any skin irritations, so that's really exciting. Let's go over the packaging first. Here it is. Look at that. It's classic. I think it's very refined. I love it. And each of this has a little signature square. And with each fragrance, they're all different colors. So again, you can see And again, all of the ingredients are listed. And just because it's a long ingredient list doesn't mean that those ingredients aren't safe. And if you can't pronounce it, it also doesn't mean they're not safe or that they're not clean. Also, what I love as well is because they have the top and the middle and the base notes listed on there. I think that's pretty cool too. Okay, so let's open it up. Really classic, really good quality. You can see, look. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And so each bottle has a different color, and I really feel like the colors match the mood and the scent of the fragrance. And again, really heavy glass. Again, gorgeous lid, just feels really good quality. So you can get them in the 1.7 ounce sprays, and that's $96 US, $124 Canadian. They also come in roller balls, which I love. So it's great if you're like, as you're listening to the descriptions of the fragrance, you're gonna say, oh, you know, I think I'm gonna get the full size of this, but maybe this other fragrance, this other one I might try in a roller ball. These are 0.3 ounces, and again, nice quality glass in the lid, and they are $35 US, $46 Canadian. And the box they come in as well also has all of the ingredients listed. I love that Beautycounter took the time to just really be thoughtful. As you can see, I'm looking into the camera, make sure I'm catching it all. But again, and then that little signature box with the color, very cool. Another cool thing, and I love that brands are doing this, this is not new to the industry, are discovery sets, because this gives you a chance to try out all 5 of them. I forgot to mention that there are 5 scents to choose from. But again, with the gorgeous packaging, very refined, classic, has all 5 scents in them, as you can see. So this is the discovery set. It's just exactly what it is. It has each fragrance in there, talks about each of the fragrances here. And again, I think this is a great gift to give somebody, and it's a great way to test them out. These are $35 US, $46 Canadian. I think that the price points are very comparable to other fine fragrances in the same space. The first one I'm going to talk about is Second Skin. It's the one I was holding. As you can see, it's this gorgeous blush color. I love it. I'm going to read the description from Beautycounter just so you can see how they formulated it with the notes in mind. Again, it's called Second Skin, and they call it a floral amber. Their description is quiet luxury wrapped in warmth. It sounds lovely, right? Layers of sweet citrus peek through a gauzy and elegant blend of white jasmine, silky vanilla cream, and dewy muguet, which is basically lily of the valley. I had to look that up. It's infused with comforting notes of buttery soft sandalwood. So the top notes are citrusy, the middle notes are of a light floral, and then the base notes are warm and comforting. So some of my first thoughts that came to mind, oh God, I'm smelling it right now too, are intimate, soft, pleasing, warm, very sexy, luxe, warm amber with vanilla, but not too gourmand, sweet. It settles soft, warm, and sexy. Did I say sexy like several times? I wrote down evokes uber sexy vibes. So I could totally see this being a signature scent because it did wear very warm, but not too sweet. So don't let that vanilla freak you out. Yeah. It's a great fragrance. And just for your information, Beautycounter partnered with a leading fine fragrance house to create these fragrances to make sure that they match their clean standards, but also that they were really high performing and luxe. Now for Hyper Rose, as you can see, the gorgeous box with the color that matches the fragrance, and it's a pink. Again, Hyper Rose. And how Beautycounter describes it, rose redefined with a lavish twist. And it's considered a soft floral, sultry and sophisticated with full-bodied florals and soft cashmere wood. Juicy apple blossom, sweet gardenia, and a tangy cassis cut through a blooming full-bodied bouquet of Turkish rose, wrapped in cashmere wood for a warm and sultry softness. So the top notes is like citrus and berry. The middle notes is a floral fruit. Base notes, woody, cozy, warm. So my first impressions, and after wearing, classic, refined, soft floral, and it's definitely not your grandma's like rose scent. It's much more contemporary now and modern. The warm base notes has it settle warm on the skin, yet still fruity and floral. I wrote luxe, upscale, sultry, posh, and floral. I could also see this becoming a signature scent. It's very classic, but it does settle warm and sultry. Yes, it is lovely. This is probably one of my favorites as well. I don't know, they're all really good. They're all really lovely. And what's amazing, I think, is the variety of scents that they have to offer in this collection. So just depending on your mood, you may hop along, which is basically what I did, is wore one day, wore it another day, just depending on your mood. And I think that they have a great selection for that. Okay, next we have is Sunspill. And again, gorgeous. And it's like this amber, orangey amber color. That's how I would describe that. Okay, so Sunspill. Bask in summer's golden glow, citrus floral. And again, these are Beautycounter's notes. Bright, uplifting notes of grapefruit and sweet neroli shine through a lush blend of rich jasmine, velvety rose, and spicy coriander, and it's paired with a grassy vetiver for a freshly cut finish. So the top notes, fresh citrus, middle notes is a complex floral with a touch of spice, and base notes, earthy and woody. So my first impressions, this is a complex scent. Just because it's uplifting doesn't mean it doesn't have those complex notes. So like the coriander, just lovely. And then the woody notes in there make it interesting. So not only is it uplifting, it's sunny, bright, fresh, but it's also complex. I wrote happy vibes, and I wrote the spicy coriander and vetiver make it a little complex. For a bright scent, it has a lot of character. I wrote that. Sounds so professional. It's the coriander and wood notes that give that character. And I would say that this is a gender neutral fragrance. I love it, and I love the way it sits. Another impressive thing to note is that with Beautycounter, before they use the ingredients for the fragrances to make fragrances, they tested over 300 different fragrance ingredients commonly used, and only 20% of them made it into our ingredient selection. So another thing to tip our hats off to with Beautycounter, so thank you. We have here Miles Away, as you can see. This is green glass, again, gorgeous packaging. Okay, Miles Away. They say drop into the deep wild. So this fragrance draws its inspiration from the Japanese tradition of forest bathing and is like a calming walk through the forest. I think that's a really valid, correct description. It's woody and restorative with soothing sandalwood and spicy bergamot. Zesty notes of lemon and Italian bergamot bring balance to a warm and woody blend of sandalwood, cedarwood, and juniper berry infused with fresh jasmine and calming chamomile. The top notes, I wrote spirited citrus, middle notes, calming, sparkling berry with a hint of floral, and then the base notes is a crispy, woody green. So I wrote down for my first impressions, and especially after wearing it, calming, sexy, effervescent, herbal, definitely some bright notes, green and woodsy, 100%, but it's also complex. This is one of those complex ones. So it makes it intriguing because it is so complex. And I wrote down that it settles in that woody green scent. This is also a gender neutral one for me. Yes, It's just awesome. And for the final scent of the collection, we're talking about Pacific Dreams. Again, the gorgeous box and the beautiful blue. Oh, this is one of the pack. I love this color. Okay, Pacific Dreams. Dip into the sunlit waves. They call it a fresh citrus aquatic. It's a sparkling blend of lemon and bergamot, and it brings a warm and sunny sweetness to the salty aromas of marine accord. And it's elevated by fresh Egyptian jasmine, crisp musk, and grounding cedarwood. Yes, it smells so good. So top notes, sparkling citrus with a touch of lavender. The middle notes, citrusy, floral, aquatic vibes. Base notes, woody yet clean musk. So my first impressions and thoughts after wearing this and smelling it is that I wrote crisp, fresh, sporty, but not like cheesy sporty. It's just sporty. Clean with a touch of salt, citrusy, aquatic, watery, oceany. And the settling of a crisp musk and wood makes it very sensual smelling as well. I remember that because how it settled, I'm like, ooh, that's really sexy. It's very sensual. Don't let the blue fool you. Even though it's, like I say, clean and sporty, there's still that crisp musk that does something for it. I would also say that this is a gender neutral fragrance. Yes, so what are your thoughts? What are your favorites? What are you drawn to? So remember, these do not officially launch until March 26th. Again, you got all the details right here from me. So I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think. And make sure to check out the video description. I'm gonna have all the links in there. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please reach out with any questions. I'd love to help you. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button and feel free to share this video with anybody that you think that might like to learn more about clean fragrance or that you would think that would enjoy this. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. So, okay, till next video, I hope to see you there. Okay, bye y'all.